Welcome to Corporate Bhagavad Gita. There are prayers on my screen. You can repeat with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shlakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Aham Shri Guru Shivtapadagamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatamritam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देव
Sankirtan
श्री
Sri
राधा
Radha
कृष्ण
Krishna Pada
पदान सहगण ललिता श्री
Saraguru Lalita Sri Vishakam
राधाकांतांश हे कृष्णा
Hare
करुणा
Krishna
सिंधु
Karuna
दीनबंधु
Sandhiti
जगतपते
Jagatpate
गोपेश
Gopesh
गोपिकांत
Gopikata Radha
राधाकांत नमोस्तुते
Kantanistita
तप्त
Tapta
कांचन
Kanchana
गौरांगी राधे
Ganga Radha
वृंदावनेश्वरी
Vrindavaneshwari
वृषभानुसुते
Vrisavan
प्रणमामि
Sute
हरिम्
Devi Pranamani
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
Vancha
कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च
Kalpatarubyasha
पतितानां
Kripasindhu
पावनेभ्यो
Vachapatanam
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Pavane
नमः
Shri
जय श्री कृष्ण
Jai Shri
चैतन्य प्रभु
Krishna
नित्यानंद
Chaitanya Prabhu
श्री
Nityananda
अद्वैत
Shri
गदाधर
Advaita
शिवासादि गौर
Gadadhar Shri
भक्तवृंद
Vasadi
हरे
Hare
कृष्णा
Krishna,
कृष्णा
Hare
कृष्णा
Krishna,
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna, Hare Hare,
हरे राम
Hare
राम
Ram, Hare
राम
Ram,
हरे
Ram
हरे.
Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay. Okay. So today we are going to discuss important topic, the 18th chapter. पंचेतानि महाबाहो कारणानि निबोध मे सांख्ये कृतानि प्रोक्तानि सिद्ध्यर्थ सर्व कर्मणाम्. O mighty and Arjuna, according to the Vedas, Vedanta, there are five causes for accomplishment of all actions. Now learn of these from me. A question may be raised that since any activity performed must have some reactions, how is it that the person in Krishna consciousness does not suffer or enjoy reactions of work? The Lord is citing the Vedanta philosophy to show how is this possible. He says there are five causes of all activities, and for successes in all activities, one should consider these five causes. Sankhya. Sankhya means, or Sankhya. Sankhya means the stock of knowledge, and Vedanta is the final stock of knowledge, accepted by all leading acharyas. Even Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya, accepts Vedanta Sutra as such. Therefore, such authority should be consulted. The ultimate control is invested in the Supersoul, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Sacham Hridi Sannavishto. He is engaging everyone in certain activities by reminding him of his past actions and Krishna conscious acts done under his direction. From within yield no reaction, either in this life or in the life after death. Okay. Mm. So, a person in Krishna consciousness, he does not enjoy nor suffer the reactions of the work. How is that possible? Everyone when they do some activity, then there will be some reaction. Okay, so how is it that um, there can be a situation where there is no reaction? Hmm? So Krishna is going to clarify that. Okay. Like if you see in the very previous verse, he said this thing. But those who are in the renounced order of life have no such result to suffer or enjoy. Anyone who is not renounced, they will enjoy suffer, right? But those who are in renounced order of life, they won't. Sannyasinam. So what is this meaning of sannyasinam? That is one question. And how is it that they don't get any reaction? So, so Krishna previously talked about renunciation, hmm, tyaga, to be of three kinds: sattvagun, rajagun, tamagun. Okay, and here he says tyagi sattva samvisto. A tyagi, one who renounces, he is situated in sattvagun, where he does it as a duty and is not attached to the result. Okay, these are some points he says in here he says that tyagi is one who performs without attachment or any expectation of result. He does it just as a duty. So this is what Krishna defines as a tyagi. And when one does this as a duty, then he is in sattva. He is in mode of goodness. And then it is indeed impossible for the embodied being to give up all activities. But if one renounces the fruit of action, then he is truly renounced. If we go into this verse, satyagiti abhidiyate. Sakarma phala tyagam. Satyagiti abhidiyate. Karma phala tyagam. Not the karma, but the phala of the karma one is able to give up. Hmm? He's not attached to that. Phala. Everyone in this world, when we do some activity, we always think about the phala. What I'm going to get out of it. Okay. But one who is situated in sattva, he doesn't think like that. He does it as a duty. And when the phala comes, he gives it back to Krishna. Okay. So now Krishna uses Vedanta Sutra to explain that how the reactions don't happen to such a tyagi. Actually, that tyagi is a sannyasi. But again, what is exactly sannyas? It is not just the external cloth. Okay. It is something more than that. What is the internal consciousness? That is more important. So that Krishna will explain later also. Now let's get into verse number 14, where he is going to say what are the five causes of any activity. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam sa पृथक विधान, पृथक विधन, विविधाश्च पृथक पृथक चेष्टा, दैवीं चैवात्र पंचमम. The place of action, the performer, the various senses, and the many different kinds of endeavors, and ultimately the super soul. These are five characters, five factors of action. So, action here in Sanskrit, I mean in Vedic culture, is not just the one who is performing. What is used while performing, also, how it is performed, that all adds up. And ultimately, the invisible permitter is also added up, the super soul, Paramatma. The first thing is the place of action, body. In 13th chapter, we read that the place of action is called Kshetra. Kshetra. Kshetra means a place, and then that place gives us some facilities, some features. Depending on that, we we can basically utilize that facility, right? If we go to a library, we can utilize that for reading books. That's the Kshetra. But if you want to do exercise, then library is not the best place, right? For that we have to go to gym. But if you want to read a book, then we have to come to the kshetra where it is been supported, like that. So this body is a place of action. Whatever action we want to perform, it is done through this agent of body. So it depends on the quality of that body, right? It depends on the quality of the body. Like, let's say there is a race between truck and a car. Race between truck and a car, who's going to win?
Maybe car because it can run fast.
It can run faster, that is there.
Yeah.
So it depends on the place, it depends on that body. Even if the truck costs 2 3 times, it still cannot go that fast as the car. The acceleration of the car is very fast. So like that, the place of the body, the kshetra is very important. The kshetra has its facility, its advantages, disadvantages, etc. So whenever we are performing action using our body should be in the right state, then the output will be greater, isn't it? Those who are I mean the sports people, it is not just about skill, it is about the body also, right? That body should sustain that sport, right? That body should sustain. If they are into wrestling, the body should sustain, the muscles should be that strong. Okay, it is not just that I have a desire to wrestle and I will just go on wrestling with people and I'll keep winning. No, it is not like that. The body should also support. Just like a baby, when it is crawling, that time the body is not supporting walking. You remember? So when the body supports walking, the child has the desire to walk and then it starts walking also, isn't it? So this body is very very important. What facilities give, what advantages it has, what features it has, all that matters. Next is the performer. Who is doing this action? The Atma, the soul. Okay, the soul, its conviction, its belief, all that matters. Because if there is a belief in oneself that I can do it, then one can put greater efforts. Like one of my friend, he was telling that he was searching for job, and then he said that if I go to certain companies, they they take very difficult interviews. So I don't want to go only. That is how he was thinking. So even though he is good at his studies and all that, but he's losing these opportunities where such companies are calling, right? And better he should go and test it out. So his personal conviction was very weak. Okay, his personal conviction was very weak. So the personal conviction, beliefs, the person, the attitude, all that matters in the performer. The various senses, now these are just tools. Okay, this is body, and then these are tools, they also need to be good. If a repair person comes and he pulls out the bag of tools and the tool is broken, then what will happen? If the tool is broken, then he cannot perform his work properly, right? Like that. So it's just the various senses, they also need to be in good shape. The many different activity kinds of endeavors, the one may have a very good body, one may be ready to work, very good senses, but he's not endeavoring in various angles, in various ways, he's not endeavoring like that, then also one won't get action. Like one manager said, you know if suppose something fails and you keep trying it the same way, it is not going to pass. It will fail again and again because you are trying it the same way. So then what should one do? Yes, let's say someone wants to lift a rock, huge rock, and he's always trying it, by tying it to a rope and all that, and he's trying to pull it up, but he's been unsuccessful. Lot of endeavors are there, but he's unsuccessful. Then what he should do?
Like he has to try different methods.
Yeah, he has to try different methods. So these are what it means by different kinds of endeavor. So even that is very very much required. Very different angles we have to keep trying. Now, this is something modern science doesn't say, but Vedic science says that there is a super soul who will ultimately sanction, whatever we are doing, our endeavors, our senses, performance, place of action. He will sanction all that, and then that action will give us great results. So what Krishna is trying to say is, okay, you can keep trying. Okay, you have good senses and all that, but there is someone who's ultimately deciding whether to provide that result or not. That is the super soul. This is also very very important to understand, that there is a super soul who Paramatma who will allow that result to come. The word adhishtanam refers to the body. The soul within the body is acting to bring about the result of activity. It is known as karta, the doer. The soul is the knower and the doer as stated in Shruti. Esha hi drishta shratah. It is confirmed Vedanta Sutra by the verse Genu Atta Eva and Karta Shastra Arthatvat. The instrument of actions are the senses. They are the tools. And by the senses, the soul acts in various ways. For each and every action, there is a different endeavor. But all activities depend on the will of the super soul, who is situated within the heart as friend. The super soul is the super cause. The super soul is a super cause. Under these circumstances, he is acting in Krishna consciousness under the direction of the super soul, situated within the heart, is naturally not bound by any activity. Those in complete Krishna consciousness are not ultimately responsible for their actions. Everything is dependent on the supreme will, the super soul, the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay. So last time I asked you this question. Um, we have our famous excavator. Okay, the machine is good, the operator is really good experience, the land is there to dig, but can can the operator start digging? Can the operator start digging? In Bangalore, so many roads have potholes.
Only if there is a order.
Yeah. So sometimes in the roads, we see the excavator has come, the rollers have come, but one day passes, 2 day passes, the road is like that only. They have not started the work. So then we ask why? Who are they waiting for? Right? Then they will say, "Arey, we didn't get permission only," isn't it? So like that it is.
Yes, yes, yes. Very
So
true.
supreme Lord is a super cause. Okay, but he's not like our government who will delay things. So in all circumstances, Krishna sanctions. Okay, and he sanctions accordingly. But as super soul, he is neutral. Okay, he is neutral, and he will provide reactions based on our past activity, our endeavors, present endeavors. He will decide on those basis. Most of the time, he is neutral. Okay. शरीरन वन मनोभीर यथ कर्म प्रारब्धे नरः न्यायं वा विपरीतं वा पंचैते तस्य हेतवः. Whatever right or wrong action performs by body, mind, speech is caused by these five factors. So whether it may be right action, wrong action, these five factors are the real causes. Now one may question, okay, five factors are there, and super soul is the real factor because he is finally sanctioning. Okay. Now, does that mean that if somebody commits some murder or something and then he puts up this shloka and they say, see, five factors are there. I'm not the only one. So then, how are we going to argue with him? No, it was your desire. You are the criminal here. Even the other five factors are there. You are the karta. Therefore, you have to be punished. How are we going to argue with that? Any thoughts?
May I,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Prabhuji?
Go ahead, Mataji. Yeah.
Uh, Actually, although everything is governed by the super power, the Krishna consciousness, but our thoughts, the thought which may have come out of any anger, disappointment, whatever, that is a negative thought. That's why he has to face the consequence of his action.
Yeah. See, the action was initiated by whom? Did the body initiate the action? No. Did the
The
senses
mind.
initiate the action? No. Did the endeavors indicate the action? It was much later. So ultimately, who is initiating it? The performer is initiating it.
Yeah.
So therefore, the onus lies on the performer actually. So this right wrong thing, this onus lies with the performer and not with the super soul, even though he sanctioned it. Like the company sanctioned him to dig holes. But if he digs it at the wrong place, then he's liable, right? Not the company. Like that. Right work is work done in terms of prescribed directions in scriptures, and wrong work is done against the principles of scriptural injunctions. But whatever is done requires these five factors for its complete performance. Tatraivam sati atmanam kartaram sorry kartaram atmanam kevalam tu yah पश्यति अकृत बुद्धित्वान् न स पश्यति दुर्मतिः. Therefore, one who thinks himself to be the only doer and is not considering five factors is certainly not very intelligent. So we should not think that we are the only doer. The three modes are there pushing us. We should know that we are the only desirer, the initiator of this work. Rest of the thing, our intelligence senses, they are just supporting us to carry out this work. So we should not think that we are the only doer. There are other things which are supporting us. Like, the child may pick up something heavy object, but it is heavy and it cannot pick up. Then what will the parents do? They will hold it from below for the child. But what does the child think? Child think I did it. I was the only one who did it. Okay, but the child doesn't see that actually the parents was also helping him. He doesn't see that. A foolish person cannot understand that the super soul is sitting as a friend within and conducting his action. Although the material cause are the place, the worker, the endeavor, and senses, the final cause in the supreme. Therefore, one should see not only the four material cause, but the supreme efficient cause as well. One should not see one who does not see the supreme thinks himself to be the doer. Okay, we'll discuss more about this. Yasya nahang. Any question?
Prabhuji, in the last shloka, it is written, considers himself to be doer, but already it is defined like he is doer. The
Sorry.
16th shloka, last line, it is written like he thinks himself to be doer, but he is doer, as
See,
like in the last.
he is not the only doer.
Yeah, not the only doer. Yeah.
Yeah, he is not the only doer. See, when we were babies or when we were children, we were not able to do the activity that we are doing today. Working in a company and all that.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, um, my point is that uh, there are other factors which help us into achieving that full or implementing the action. Okay, we should always know that
Yes, Prabhuji.
a foolish person cannot understand uh, that the super soul is sitting in the as a friend within and conducting action. All the material cause are the place, the worker, endeavor, and senses. The final cause is supreme, the personality of God. Therefore, one should not only. Uh, Sorry. Therefore, one should not only. Therefore, one should see not only the four material causes, but the supreme efficient cause as well. One who does not see the supreme thinks himself to be the doer. See, this is the problem people have, right? That they say that I put in all the hard work, but Vedanta Sutra says the body was given by whom? By Krishna, and you use this body to perform that work. So how come you are the only doer? No, you're not the only doer. Like that. So there is a team with you, and you need to recognize the other team members also. Otherwise, the team lead says or the team manager says, I did it. In reality, those who are working under him, 4 or 5 people, they also helped us so much, right? They also did their part. यस्य नाहंकृतो भावो बुद्धिर्नस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमा लोको न हन्यति न निव्यते. In this verse, the Lord informs Arjuna, okay, one who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill, nor he is bound by his actions. Now, very interestingly, na hanyate, hanyate, that word is coming, right? Killing. Why do you think Krishna is talking about killing here? Any thought?
Actually, because this conversation is happening on the battlefield, and the primary duty of Arjuna is to participate in the battle.
Yeah. But what
So,
happens in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita?
where Arjuna is so Vishad, he is bewildered. Arjuna is bewildered.
Okay, he's bewildered. But then what he says?
I cannot
He gives
kill
lot of
my.
reasons not to kill.
I
Yeah,
cannot fight. I cannot kill.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
Krishna
he
is
gives lot
coming
of
back in the
reasons.
18th chapter and he says, and he explains him that there are such people who don't are not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, and when they fight or when they kill, they don't kill. They are not bound by his actions.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So he's coming back to the same original question that Arjuna has asked. I don't want to fight Krishna. In this verse, the Lord informs Arjuna that the desire not to fight arises from false ego. Arjuna thought himself to be the doer of action, but he did not consider supreme sanction within and without. If one does not know that a super sanction is there, why should he act? But if one knows the instrument of work himself as the worker and the Supreme Lord as the Supreme Sanctioner is perfect in doing everything. So, these soldiers, they are fighting at the border. They have to kill the enemy soldiers. Okay. So, once the government or the Prime Minister orders, go and protect this particular land, then while protecting, even if they kill some person or something, then is it considered a crime? Yeah. Is it considered a crime?
No, no. They're doing their duty. Yes.
Yeah.
Unless unless they have selfish motives to kill.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So that's the whole point Krishna is explaining here. From Vedanta Sutra is also explaining. You're not the only doer. Then whatever actions you want to perform, is it according to the scriptures or not? Hmm? If it is not, then you are then you are liable for it.
Prabhuji, I
Yeah.
have a question here. Should I ask after this is over? Because I don't want to break the.
No, it's okay. You can ask. No problem.
Uh, Actually, at the end of this Mahabharata, when uh, uh, Gandhari tells Sri Krishna that you could have stopped all this, why didn't you do it? As a supreme consciousness, you knew and you didn't stop all this. So there always a question comes in mind कि we are ruled, we are governed by the supreme Lord. Why do we then, why that thought of negativity or, doing, why can't we all be governed by the good? Why we have to have this false ego and all these kind of things in our
Hmm.
actions. So why can't the supreme put those thoughts in our mind?
Okay. Okay. Just hold on for 1 second. I will get water. I'll get water.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji, okay, thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So, see, we are all children of the Bhagwan. Okay, we are children of Bhagwan. So we have certain free will. Okay, freedom we have. According to that freedom, we may decide whether to do good thing, bad thing. Your question is why that bad thought only comes when we are governed. Krishna put some good thoughts, right?
Yes. I, yeah.
So Gandhari said, "You are the supreme, and you know this and all that." Such a big war happened. So many people got killed. My own sons got killed, hundreds of them. Just before the war, Krishna tried to negotiate, right? He tried
Yes.
he tried various ways to stop. Okay. It is not like he didn't try. He tried. And then
I got the answers. I got the answer.
yeah.
Thank you.
But it's very important to understand one thing that he was talking with Duryodhan. And Duryodhan had plan of what? To capture Krishna only, kidnap him, and then use him as a ransom for the Pandavas to give up their demand of the kingdom, right? And then he tried to capture Krishna, but what happened? Krishna bewildered Duryodhana and his 99 brothers by showing him the Virat Roop, and they got confused. They cannot capture him.
Yes. True, true, true.
Yeah.
So the
So
supreme,
before that,
yeah,
Krishna explained to him, don't do this. Everyone is saying don't do this. What is the right path? This, etc. So good thoughts were put into Duryodhan.
yes, yes.
But see,
So
Duryodhan
similarly,
was not
even
a robot. Na?
yeah,
He was not a robot. He was a person.
yeah, very true,
So
very
every
true.
person is individual.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They have to decide on their own what to do, what not to do.
True. Yes, and the
Hmm.
Supreme gives us opportunities through various ways of telling us, and we have to hear that consciousness. Yes, I got the. But
Yeah.
again, I feel that again Gandhari curses Krishna that you will also lose. So that that I find it very illogical. Like, how did
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
curse work
See,
on
the thing
Krishna
is, na,
like that? You know?
the thing is,
Sorry.
Krishna
Uh,
came with his family.
Mm.
Okay, he himself had how many? 16,108 wives. Each
mhm,
wife had 10 sons and one daughter.
Mhm.
Such a big family he had come. Now that was his family. Then there is Balram's family, then extended Yadu's family and all that.
Mhm.
So then how? So then when he was cursed, that a whole dynasty will die fighting with each other. Krishna used that curse to take away all of his family back. Okay.
Mhm.
See, in case of Sri Ram in Ramayana, what did they do? They entered the river.
Sharai.
Ah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then Ram went to his abode.
Hmm.
So in case of Krishna, when Krishna wanted to go to his abode, for his Yadus, he took the help of this. I won't say help, but he took this excuse of curse from Gandhari.
Mhm.
But the same thing he didn't do for Vrajavasis, the Vrindavan, the
Mhm.
devotees living in Vrindavan. He did this only for the devotees in Dwarka.
Dwarka.
For Vrindavan, he just took them. Okay. So
Mhm.
the point is that Krishna is independent. He can use all these curses and all that for his benefit.
Mhm.
Once he got cursed, he will become a stone. So he is a stone in Gandaki river at Shaligram. But then that
Mhm.
Shaligram is brought everywhere in all temples and it is worshipped.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
who
Yes.
got cursed? Or did the curse actually work or not? No, it's not like that. See, Krishna is independent. He will use that. And one of the second reason is that why he does such thing is there are some envious people around and they
Mhm.
want to see the Supreme Lord fail.
Mhm.
Then they feel happy. And then they don't disturb everyone. They are happy with that. So they see this thing and they say, see, they are envious of Krishna. Na? So Krishna only his old dynasty went, he also went. So they don't understand the real truth behind all this. So to
Mhm.
bewilder them also, Krishna does such things.
Mhm.
Like there was a Kalyavan a king who came and he attacked Dwarka.
Mhm.
Then Krishna came out from the palace and he came out on the battlefield. But instead of fighting, he just ran in other direction.
Mhm.
And Kalyavan thought that Krishna is running away. Run chod.
Uh,
Run chod
yeah.
rai. Okay. Out of fear or something. He thought like that. So he also started running after Krishna. Then what did Krishna do? He went inside a cave. In that cave, there was a person named Muchukunda sleeping.
Yeah.
Then he put his upper cloth on his body, Muchukunda's body. And this Kalyavan thought that Krishna is sleeping. So he came and kicked
Yes.
him. And Muchukunda got up. And he was sleeping for many
Burnt it.
years and centuries. Okay. And he had the blessing that if he is woken up by anyone, then that person, then he will look at it and burn. So Muchukunda looks at this Kalyavan and burns him.
Mhm.
Yes.
So point is Krishna will use all these, seemingly controversial things on to to serve his purpose only.
Mhm.
In Gujarat, there is a temple called Ranchod Rai
Mhm.
in Dapur. Now Krishna is celebrated, glorified, worshipped as the one who ran away from the battlefield.
Right. Right.
So yeah, this is contradictory, but externally it is contradictory. Internally it is not there.
No.
Ultimately,
Right.
Krishna only is one.
Yes. Yes. The results were
Yeah,
always divine. Like, you know.
yeah, the results
Yeah.
are divine, and only a devotee will understand this. But envious people they won't understand.
Mm.
For them, they will hold to that controversy, and then they will say that controversy is more greater than Krishna. Like that, So
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. So sometimes we also, when we face envious people in our family or outside, we should not tell them good things about ourselves. You get it? When we know this person is envious of me,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean that we have to say good things about ourselves in front of him.
Mm.
Sometimes we have to say something bad thing about ourselves. My business is not going good. My health is not going good.
Mm.
Okay, I have this problem at home. I have that problem at home. Hearing this, the
Mm.
envious people become happy. Externally, they will say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear this," but internally, they'll be very happy, right?
Mm. Yeah.
But the thing is, now he won't focus on you because he will temporarily feel happy. Okay, I never wanted this guy to succeed, and now he himself is saying he's not succeeding, so I am happy now, and he goes away. He doesn't
Mm.
disturb you anymore. He goes away. So,
Right.
so yeah, we can learn from this from Krishna that envious people how to tackle them.
Right. Right. Yes.
Ah,
True.
it is important question what you have asked.
Thank you.
See, acharyas can only explain this reasoning behind
Yeah.
why Krishna did what.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, but I missed out on that point which you explained that Krishna had appeared, he had tried to evade the war, he had, I mean, so
Yes.
there are feelers that the superconscious tells us when we are on the wrong or we are
Yeah.
not thinking right. So we
He
have
told to
to
Karna also, na?
take
He
that.
told to
Yes,
Karna also.
yes,
Why are you
yes,
supporting him? At least you know Dharma and all that.
yes,
But no,
yes.
Karna said, no, no, I will still support Duryodhana.
His was governed by his sense of worth. Means he felt that Duryodhana had made him worthy of things. That is
He
why
gave
that
friendship.
that
He
thing.
gave friendship to.
Friendship. Okay.
He gave friendship to. Let's say he put friendship above ethics, above morality,
Mm.
like that you can say,
Yeah.
above dharma.
Yes. 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 Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Uh, See, Ramayana, Mahabharata, these are very important literatures to study because they will give us how to deal in our practical day-to-day life. Okay,
True. True. True.
so Chanakya says very nice thing. He says we should read these three books: Ramayana, Mahabharata,
Mm.
and Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavatam.
Mm. Mm.
So yeah,
Srimati.
hmm, it is meant for all societies. These three books.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. Arjuna thought himself to be the doer of action, but he did not consider the supreme sanction within and without. One who does not know the super sanction is there, why should he act? But one who knows the instrument of work, himself as the worker, and the Supreme Lord as the supreme sanctioner, is perfect in doing everything. So, how we should do our work? We should know that Supreme Lord is sanctioning it. I'm using my senses to do this work. I'm putting other activities, endeavors. And that's how what happens is the desire of detachment, of non doership comes in our heart. And then we are not attached. We want to do things as a duty. We are not attached to it. Such a person is never in illusion. Personal activity and responsibility arise from false ego and goodness, or a lack of Krishna consciousness. Anyone who is acting in Krishna consciousness under the direction of the super soul or the supreme personality of Godhead, even though killing does not kill. See, there are few things we need to understand. First thing is, he is acting under the direction of the super soul or the supreme personality of Godhead. This is very important. The action of killing is terrible, right? But if it is done under the command of a superior officer, then he is not subjected to be judged. Very next line, the same thing is said. When a soldier kills under the command of a superior officer, he is not subjected to be judged. But if a soldier kills on his own personal account, then he is certainly judged by in front of the law. Okay, so this example of a soldier, right, is very, very important. Any question? Okay. ज्ञानं नेयं परिज्ञाता त्रिविधा कर्म चोदना करणं कर्म कर्तेति त्रिविधा कर्म संग्रह. Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the three factors of that motivate knowledge. That motivate, action. The senses, the work, and the doer are the three constituents of the action. What motivates knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower? And then what constitutes the action? With what we do, senses, work, and doers. There are three kinds of impetus for daily work: knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower. The instruments of the work itself, and the worker are called the constituents of the work. Any work done by any human being has these elements. Before one acts, there is some impetus, which is called inspiration. So the soul has this inspiration to do things, and then it directs the senses, the body, the tongue, everything towards it. Okay? The soul gives the first inspiration. Any solution arrived at before work is actualized in the settled form of work. Then work takes the form of the action. First, one has to undergo the psychological process of thinking, feeling, and willing, and that is called impetus. See, first thing is we first think about it, then we start feeling about it, and then we actually do it. So these three things we need to remember: thinking, feeling, and willing. So where is we need to stop among the three? That is best. Like someone wants to do something bad thing and he's thinking about it, then he starts feeling, and then he actually tries. At what stage one should uh, put it out, or let's say turn it off? At what stage? Thinking, feeling, or willing? Yeah.
I didn't understand. Thinking, feeling, and willing, at which stage one should put off.
Yeah, if suppose somebody is thinking of doing something bad thing, now he will go to these three stages: thinking, feeling, and
Right.
willing.
Yeah.
At what stage it is easier to stop it?
Thinking.
Yeah. So if we change the thoughts, hmm, or if we don't get attached to those thoughts now, a
Hmm.
lot of problems can be stopped. It is because we consider all these thoughts to be very important, and we get attached to it, and when we think that we have to do this way only, the whole problem starts with that. The inspiration of to work is same if it comes from the scripture or instruction of the spiritual master. When the inspiration is there and the worker is there, then actual activity takes place with the help of the senses, including the mind, which is center of all senses. The sum total of all constituents of an activity is called the accumulation of work. This is verse number 80. Okay. Uh, Trividha Karta. Hmm. Okay. So these three kinds of activities that are there, three kind of actions and three kinds of knowledge. They are also in three modes. Okay, the thinking, feeling, and willing is also in the three modes: Sattvagun, Rajagun, and Tamagun. In Sattvagun, it is good thinking, then good feeling, and then good willing. In passion, Rajas, the thinking is to achieve something, to desire for something. The feeling is also like that. And then the willing, the whole activity is based on that I need to achieve something. The problem happens when it creates unlimited desires. It is not sanctioned in the Shastra. Same way with Tamogun, with darkness. There also the thinking is what is religious will be thought as irreligion. What is irreligion will be thought as religion. Then what to speak of the action? The action will come out to disturb the society only. Okay, so we'll stop here. Next week we'll discuss about the Trividha, the different guna sankhyane among the three modes. Okay, so this Vedanta Sutra topic is like that only. It is very philosophical, very complex also. But Krishna is making it simpler for us. So what we need to understand is that fine, I am not the doer, I am not the only doer. There are other things also. Now we get an impetus to do such a thing. Now we should make sure that this impetus, the source of the impetus is lying in mode of goodness. It should not lie in mode of passion. It should not lie in mode of ignorance. Get it? Any question or comment at this point? Yes, any question or comment?
Thank you. After a long time, I could attend. I hear the video because
Hmm.
today we had leave, and thank you. It makes one feel good after hearing the discourse.
Yeah, sure.
Hare
Sure.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Okay. Okay. So, any other question or comment? Okay.